This is a free resource that not many people know about. It's your local library, and I don't know why. Most people don't use it. I don't know if they're, mad about when they were a child and, the librarian was mean to them or whatever the case was. But your local library gives you access to all kinds of things that you don't even realize. And one of them is factory repair information. And most of it is actually pretty good. I'll show, there's two sites. One is Chilton and the other one is Automotive Repair Resource. Uh, so this is my local library, Anythink Library. You're just going to have to look up your local library and go apply for a library card. And most of the time they're free. They should be because it's paid by your tax dollars. And there's two sites on here. And the reason I found out about this was when I was a graduate student in engineering school. I had started looking up things for my research, and I happened to stumble on some of this research and learning uh, tabs on here, and I saw that they had car repair information. I started clicking through, and it asked me to, put in my library card. I did, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is factory repair information, like for free." And little did I know that after I started talking to a librarian or somebody that worked within that industry, that yeah, almost all libraries have these resources available to them in some fashion. So maybe it's not called the same thing, but most likely you have a library that has free car repair information available online. So I'm going to go through the two. The one I actually like the most is this Chilton library. I'll show you the other one just as kind of an example. The reason I like Chilton, they seem to be a little bit more specific on some of their information. They have a lot more. This auto repair source, not bad either, but a lot of it's more general in nature and they don't seem like they give you quite everything. And the reason this one module is worth the entire cost of this course. Uh, if you were to go to, say, like a paid subscription, like All Data or Mitchell One, one of those, and sign up for their subscription based service, you would pay roughly 150 to 300 bucks a month to be able to access this same sort of repair information. I will say there are some DIY repair sites through like All Data and Mitchell One that you can just buy, the single vehicle, and they're not a bad thing to have. Uh, I'll do another video over like paid ones and show you kind of the differences and maybe show you what you get a little bit more of. But let's look into this because this is where you need to start when you're starting to work on your cars, and you need to look up the procedure. Make sure you're using the right fluids, the right amount, and all that. So I've already logged into the Chilton library here, so let me show you just an example of just some of the information you can access. Um, I'm going to look up this 2016 Chevy Suburban, a vehicle I frequently work on. Just show you some of the information you can find in here. So on the left side here, you can see like all the different systems. Uh, let's say we're going to change the oil. So that's a part of the engine. You want to click on engine and propulsion. Kind of funny. Propulsion is maybe more of an aircraft term, but I guess you can apply it to automotive. Um, let's see. We can go down to, this is the 5.3 liter. We want to look for, let's look at removal and installation, probably where we can find the oil change procedure. Here we go, engine and oil filter replacement. So here you go. This is the exact steps to change the oil on your 2016 Suburban. You can do this for any vehicle you have. Just look up your year, make, and model, and you can find exact repair information. and it will even give you specifics on,
Hey, friend, we'll get back to the episode in just a minute. Real quick, if you like this, please share it with your friends. Let's get the word out about deceptive, bad maintenance practices recommended by the manufacturer. With that in mind, I created this free guide. If you head over to my website, www.fixyourcar.net, click on that orange button to download the free guide. It will show you the recommended maintenance intervals for all your vehicle's components. So you won't be led astray and led to believe that you can go longer and trash your vehicle before it's ready to go to the junkyard. Okay, now back to the episode.
like what to tighten the drain bolt to. In this case, it's 18 foot-pounds. Uh, and then, yeah, it kind of gives you like click-on tabs, so hyperlinks, so approximate fluid capacities, and let's click on this. So we're looking at engine oil. 5.3. Oh, this gives you the specific amount that you need for, so a 5.3, with a filter change, it's about 8 quarts. Uh, just be wary, they do use metric, and then, you know, us Americans, we got to be different, so we're going to use something different in quarts. And say you want to look up the, I don't know, what type of fluid it uses. So, sure, we can find that in here. If we actually, if I go back, I remember, click this back button. Go down here. Okay, adhesive fluids, lubricants, and sealers. So this will probably tell us what type of engine oil we need. Engine oil, there you go. 0W20 weight. So that's the type of oil you want to use. 8 quarts of it. Uh, Pretty cool. Pretty cool that you can just access all this information for free. And, this even has like more specific stuff than general stuff. So if you want to look up like, oh, what's another thing that might be very specific to your car? Power steering. Okay. Maybe we could find how to remove the power steering pump. Power steering pump replacement. Okay. Oh man, shows you everything. Shows you what lines to take off, clamps, bolts. Pretty cool. And then tells you what to torque the bolts back to once you put the replacement pump on there. Yeah. Gives you the power steering bleeding system bleeding procedures to bleed the pump and evacuate any air. So yeah, this is amazing stuff, and it's free. I like it. Just blows my mind. Like this is free. I guess it's probably not like totally free if it's paid for by our tax dollars, but what the heck. This is the best resource that I know of, and every time I show somebody this, it just blows their mind that this was available to them, and they had no idea. I've never used this feature either, but like I suppose if you have some troubleshooting and you want to ask an expert, they have a number here you could call, or send them a email, and they'll respond back to you. I'll try that out one day. I haven't quite needed that, but let's see. You want to see our other site, Auto Repair Source? So yeah, maybe let's try the same thing. Let's do a 2016 Chevy Suburban. So us to select our motor. I think this is a flexible motor. Uh, yeah, so it's got a lot of the same type of stuff, kind of laid out in a different format. Let's just see if we can find maybe our oil change procedure. Engine service. Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't quite have the maybe specific information as the Chilton manual does. Like, this shows you, okay, you got 8 quarts of 0W20 that you need to change, but then I'm having problems finding the actual procedure. It doesn't seem to be in here. Let's type in some oil filter. See what we come up with. Probably under procedures. Yeah, I don't believe that specific procedures in here, which is strange, because you probably come over here and look at like the brakes. You could probably find, yeah, you could find out how to change, your brake rotor, a remove and replace procedure, diagrams, and all this stuff. But then changing your engine oil, it doesn't. And I'm pretty sure if you go back to Chilton, we could find the same amount of information, probably laid out a little bit easier too. Yeah. Well, sorry, that's brake pad and rotor burnishing. There we go. Front brake rotor replacement. There you go. Probably cover the brake pads as well. Yeah, there you go. So, just my thoughts. Use this information though. I mean, yeah, the videos are meant to educate you and kind of show you how this works, but really the meat and potatoes of this whole course is this right here. Like, you find your repair information specific to your vehicle, you look it up, print this thing off if you need to, um, and then go do it, and do it to what the book shows you. Um, this will ensure that you do it right. The only thing I will caution you on, if you look through this thing and it maybe shows you some maintenance schedules that don't line up with kind of what we're talking about in this course, like a 10,000 mile oil change. We don't want to do that. We're doing 5,000 mile oil changes, 7,500 at the max, because we want our vehicle to last much longer than what the manufacturer intended. And that is the point of this course too, is to shed light on the auto industry and what they're trying to do with this planned obsolescence of your vehicle, so you just get rid of it and buy another one and make them more money and take more of your money. So I hope this video was helpful. God bless you. Hope God protects you, and share this information with people you know and you love, so they're not, you know, becoming victims of, the auto industry. There's good people out there and bad people. Seems like anymore, just more bad players out there. But um, I'm going to do my part to ensure that that doesn't happen. So take care. Thanks, and we'll see you on the next module.